In the previous movie, I described how to calculate the number of possible combinations that are allowed from a set of items when you select a subset. However, we assumed that duplication was not allowed, so you couldn't pick two of the same thing. In this movie, I will show you how to calculate combinations where duplication is allowed, so you can select two or more of the same item. As an example, if we have a gift basket with 3 items, instead of having your employee grab 3 distinct items and making sure they're all different, they could grab anything they wanted so they could have 2 or even 3 of the same thing. However, we're dealing with combinations, not permutations, so the order of the items still doesn't matter. They'd probably get moved around in the basket or the gift box anyway. So how are we going to approach this? Well, the idea is that we need to determine how many unique groups are possible when choosing 3 of 5 products when repetition is allowed. To demonstrate the process, I'll switch over to Excel. I have switched over to this movie's Excel sample file. It is 0607 Combinations with Duplication, and you can find it in the Chapter 6 folder of the Exercise Files collection. I have also left the calculation from combinations without duplication from the previous movie for comparison. As before, I have the number of available products in cell B3 and the number of items in the sample basket, in other words, the number chosen, in B4. So I'll click in cell B7, type an equal sign, and the function we use for combinations with duplication is combin A. And this returns the number of combinations with repetitions allowed for a given number of items. So I'll make sure combin A is highlighted, press Tab. And now we need to identify the number. That's the number of items available. So that's in B3. Type a comma, and then I'll click B4, the number chosen, right parentheses, and enter. And instead of having 10 combinations without duplications, if we allow duplication, we have 35. Now let's see what happens when we increase the number of available products and the number chosen. So I'll start in B3, and I'll change the value from 5 to 8 and press Enter. And we go from 10 and 35 to 56 and 120. If I allow 4 items to be selected instead of just 3, out of the 8, we go from 56 and 120 up to 70 and 330. And again, the number of combinations increases more slowly than permutations, because for permutations order matters and for combinations it doesn't. But I'm sure you can see that as we increase the number of available products and the number of items in the sample basket, that combinations both with and without duplication will increase very quickly.